Street of Holyoke, Massachusetts. This is almost at the very top of Dwight Street, maybe 2/3 of a mile from this beginning Northampton Street, across the street from the Holy Cross Church. And we're looking at a building that is a Victorian home in this Queen Anne style. It was made by a man named Michael Clary. And what he did, he wanted to have a gorgeous home because he was a construction person and he wanted nice homes to show off his work. The trolley went by up Appleton Street, crossed right onto Pleasant Street with two different trolley trucks, and this would have been visible to all, and he wanted to show off his fine work. And you notice that it has a lot of shingles on it that are quite nice all the way down from top to bottom with that very unique shingle. And it has a porch on the front, wrapped around, and on the second floor up, beautiful porch again. So a lot of gorgeous things here. Now that Michael Clary family stayed here for 96 years. Can you imagine people staying in the same house? So he was here. This house was built in 1891 by his family, and his sons and his grandchildren stayed here. So it was a Clary house for that whole time into the 1980s. All right, now there's one driveway to serve two homes, which is very common. A lot of times in these Victorian homes, there's no driveways. And so the next house along is the Michael Finn house. It's also a Queen Anne style home with a brick facade, and it has a carriage house in back. Now this house right here, the Michael Finn house, was made approximately the same time, and he was a person that sold produce, and he also was a person that did some construction, and so he got quick, and he also wanted to show off, right? And this place that was developed very quickly in the 1890s, they wanted to show off how good they were at making these beautiful homes, and they were great. Casper Ranger also did that maybe a couple hundred yards away, and his goal was also to show off. And these people really did succeed at that. Okay, now there's one more home I'm going to show you, and this one's near the tip of the start of the Holy Cross Church. And this is the Edward O'Connor home, and he was a clothier, which means that he has his own line of clothes. Remember that all materials were local back in the 1890s and somewhat onwards. And he developed his own line of clothes that people would buy. His shop was on High Street, and he was again very successful. Now you notice the Queen Anne Tower again, home probably from 1890s, brick facade, but a very colorful turret on this one that's still viable. You can still see it. It's right above wraparound porch, then a second floor porch, and it's very gorgeous. Now, did he want to show off? Maybe in other ways. He wanted to show off how wealthy he was getting by developing his own clothesline. Now, the Holy Cross Church again is right across the street. There are all other homes nearby that are very gorgeous like this, and I hope you get to see more of the stops around the Holy Cross Church. This is one of the few that's not devoted to church, but the neighborhood that developed around the church. So thank you for coming on this stop.